I'm a personal trainer and fitness coach. My mission is to make the world a healthier place through fitness and nutrition. Hey, I'm Gam, and welcome to our channel.
Bienvenidas.
Hey there, Gam here. I'm here with Mayra Felice, a Dembow model and dancer. She's got over 50,000 subscribers on her Instagram. Super cool girl. She's always in these different dance videos, and I get to know her a little bit. And just so you know, I'm a personal trainer, and I really like to build trust with my clients. It's super important because if they're doing exercise, it's important to know, are you feeling pain during the exercise? And a lot of times you'll have a trainer and somebody working out, and there isn't trust, and the trainer can push you too hard and cause you to have pain. It's real important that there's rapport or trust between you and your trainer. So we go over what her goals are. She tells me she wants to build a bigger butt. She tells me what she's been doing in the gym, and she tells me where she's from and what kind of fitness habits she has. Overall, she really likes to talk about fitness. It's great to hear that from somebody in the Dominican Republic. She's got a lot of passion for fitness. If you have passion for fitness, you're definitely going to benefit from this video, because soon I'm going to be helping her out with her exercises. So let's listen in here, and then we'll get back to it. So one important thing to know when I ask her how she wants to get her legs bigger is what exercises she's currently doing in the gym. She tells me that she's been doing squats, deadlifts, and she warms up on the machine. So that gives me a baseline to know how I'm going to be able to help her and improve those elements. I ask her what specific challenges she's had. It's important. I ask her, have you been dealing with any pain or injury? And she indicates to me that she's been having knee discomfort when she does squatting. And although I already have an idea about what that might be, it's important that I listen to her, because if you're having knee discomfort, it could be for a variety of things. A lot of people will feel it during different exercises, but if you're having knee discomfort, make sure you address the reasons behind it before you continue to do exercise. So the first thing we're going to do when we're in our session is to make sure we have a good dynamic warm-up. And I explained to her what the point of the warm-up is. We want to get our muscles hot and loose and ready to exercise, literally warmed up. So we start with a few knee lifts, ankle grabs. I do about 10 of these on each side, and then that'll be followed up by some hip circles. Because she indicated to me that she really wants to work her legs, her goal is more to find legs. And if that's your goal, then you really want to make sure you're getting your hips really mobilized and ready to train. So we're doing a lot of leg circles, leg lifts, different hip and squat variations, trying to really open up those hip muscles so that when she's doing the squat, she's loose and she's not going to be feeling pain. Now, this is different than doing what's called static stretching, where you're holding the stretch in place. We're really moving dynamically, and we're going for repetitions. I teach her go back and then down and going from side to side. And if you feel any pain doing this warm-up, that could be an indication that there's a larger problem. You could either try to fix the form, or you could go and see if you can address what's causing the pain. So the next thing we talk about is, let's see if we can get rid of the pain that she's feeling in her knee. And I ask her, let me see your form. I notice her feet are too far apart. You want your feet to be shoulder width apart when you squat. Then you want to draw your hips back and then downwards, as I'm showing over here. Tell her we're going to do 15 reps of body weight squats with the new form, hips back, chest up and down, and she's really doing excellent form here. You can see her back stays the same the entire time. There's no shift in her lower back movement. The hips are going backwards and down, and it's just excellent form. If you could see her knees are not going forward, And she tells me right here, I ask her, do you feel any pain? And she indicates that the pain is completely gone. I ask her, what was different? She tells me here it was the dynamic warm-up. So this is just more reason why you need to be doing a dynamic warm-up before you work out. Imagine she's been feeling pain for such a long time, and something as simple as adding in some stretches before, and the pain was gone. So now we're going to go over and do our deadlift. So if you've been trying to do your deadlift form, I'm going to show her right here how to perfect her deadlift form so she can get her hips, her butt muscles, her hamstrings, her quads, mostly just her hamstrings, but um, all that more defined and bigger. So I'm showing her the squat form here, emphasizing back straight, hip hinge. That means knees slightly bent, then drawing the hips backwards while I keep my chest up. Then I want to tighten my core and drive my hips forward. You want to go straight up. You don't want to overextend backwards. And I say, there you go. So notice the first thing is her butt sky high. I tell her to get that lower and try to keep her chest higher than her butt. She's doing a better job here. And notice the higher your butt is, the more you're going to be working your hamstrings. If you want to work more of your glute muscles, as soon as the dumbbell crosses the knees, as soon as it gets to the level of your knees, watch me here, that's when I can actually lower my butt farther. You don't want to get too high up on the butt. Notice that my hips are still lower than my butt, and that's important. So I'm having her do a set of 12 repetitions with 40 pounds. That's 20 in each hand. For her, that was enough. And we want to make sure we're taking an adequate break in between sets. So even though we're going up weight, if we don't take a 1 to 2 minute break, you're not going to be able to lift weight with good form. So we're talking about that here. Why do you need to take a longer break? And the reason is if your goal is to work out and get your muscles bigger, you need to take longer than a 1 minute break so that the type 2 muscle fibers, and those are the muscles involved with hypertrophy training, which is getting the muscles bigger, that's how long they need to recover. So I'm explaining the form, trying to have her keep that chest up and drive the hips forward, keeping a strong core. And she's doing an excellent job of keeping her back straight. And you'll see a lot of beginners don't have their back straight. Now, the one feedback that I do try to give her is about lowering the butt. And, some of that is all about just dancing and getting into getting into those same habits. It's hard to change that, but she does do a better job of bending her knees more. And that's really what I want with her squat. The squat she's used to doing is called a Romanian deadlift, which is very common, but as I mentioned, it's just using more of your hamstrings. So now she's done with her second set. She does 10 repetitions on her second set. I tell her that's great. And the third set, we're going to lift, and we're going to go the highest she's ever lifted, which is 60 pounds. And on this set, we're going to do less repetition. So I say if you've done 12 on the first, 10 on the second, on this last set, perfectly fine that you do only 8 repetitions. And that's exactly what she's going to do. Last thing I tell her here is as you're picking up the weight, don't forget about the form. Lower those hips, grab the weight, then pick it up, just like you're deadlifting or squatting. It's very important to maintain good form even when you're picking up the weight. Don't just let the form fly out the window. And she does an all right job of that right here. Last set of the deadlifts. And this is real heavy for her. Notice she's going way too far down there, and she almost doubles over her back because of it. So you don't need to go that far down on the deadlift. I would say going about mid-shin is fine. That one was perfect she just did. And she does get better as the set goes on. I mean, these are looking real good. I do like it a little bit more bending of the knees, but this is perfectly fine. So she does excellent, and she really noticed the difference. I mean, that was the most she's ever lifted. She maintained good form. And the reason is because we did a dynamic warm up beforehand and we took adequate breaks. And when you're going up weight, you got to take long breaks. And I mean up to 2 minutes. Yes, you'll be able to do overall less amount, less volume with the workout, but it's totally worth it if you want to get stronger and build more muscle. So thank you so much for following on this video. I'll let you listen to the last part of it.